In a small coastal village lived an old fisherman named Elias. Every day he went out to sea in his little wooden boat, hoping to catch enough fish to feed his family. Elias was not rich, but he had a kind heart and strong hands worn by years of hard work. One evening, dark clouds gathered quickly. The sky turned black, and a fierce storm rushed in without warning. Elias was far from shore when the winds howled and huge waves crashed over his boat. Rain poured down like tears from the sky. His compass broke, and the stars he usually followed disappeared behind thick clouds. Elias felt lost and afraid. The cold water soaked his clothes, and fear whispered in his ear, "This is the end." He searched desperately inside his boat for anything that could help. His hands found something old and forgotten under a pile of nets, an ancient lantern his grandfather had given him many years ago. The glass was cracked, the metal rusted, and the wick looked too short to burn. Elias had almost thrown it away long ago, thinking it was useless. But in that dark, hopeless moment, he struck a match with shaking fingers. A tiny, weak flame flickered to life inside the broken lantern. It was not bright like a lighthouse. It was small, trembling, barely pushing back the shadows. Yet that little light was enough. Elias held the lantern high. The soft glow showed him the faint outline of rocks and the direction of the shore. Wave after wave tried to swallow him, but he kept his eyes on that small flame and rowed with all his strength. Hours passed. His arms burned with pain, but he refused to give up. Finally, through the storm, he saw the dim lights of his village. He reached the beach just as the lantern's flame died out. Exhausted, Elias fell to his knees on the wet sand, tears mixing with rain on his face. His wife and children ran to him, wrapping him in warm blankets. That night, as he sat by the fire with his family safe around him, Elias looked at the old lantern one last time. It had been broken and forgotten, but in the darkest hour, its tiny light had guided him home. My friend, life sometimes brings storms that make us feel lost and alone. But remember this, even the smallest light of hope, a kind word, a prayer, a memory, or a simple belief can guide you through the darkest night. Even the smallest light of hope can guide you through the darkest times.